It's NBA action. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Washington Wizards. The Wizards begin the game with the basketball. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Into the front court. It's Booker. He'll run the offense. And a nice finish at the rim.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Short jumper off the mark.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Parker with it. Down just a couple. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Knocked loose. Easy path to the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Wizards with the basketball. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Here we go. My ball, my ball. Match up, match up, match up.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really high.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Wizards at the controls. It's Wall. No good. Fine for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Wall with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. goes down.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court comes Wall. Margins 8. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
And it's Kanter. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
It's Kanter with the board. Cruises inside for 2.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Knocked loose. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The Suns dominating so far.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. The Suns absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. The Wizards did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Washington Wizards have been too soft once the opposition has gotten the ball into the paint. Even worse, they refuse to tighten up and make a difference about it. The problem became more apparent to me closer to halftime, resulting in the kind of plays in our highlight package.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Won't go.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Got him. Be up, baby.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Pick up.
Short jumper won't go down.
Got ball.
And count the basket inside.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Bradley Beal. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Attack mode isn't a swing, more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
I got your help.
Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Kanter with a piece. Goes reverse to lay it in.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Enes Kanter, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Into the front court, it's Wall. Down by 15. Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
I got yours.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Third quarter comes to an end. The Suns lead it big. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
And scores. Strong take.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Back up. Here he comes.
And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The drive, right to the basket. Enes Kanter, huge block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Parker. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Oh, yeah. Me and you. I got
Layup
ball.
goes down. Well done.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Screen.
Good. Off a spin.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
In a flash. Scores at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
I got him.
Markieff Morris rejects it. It's the Suns with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Post-game wrap-up. The Suns were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns. The Wizards seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Assists.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the remaining games. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
All right, what's going on, folks? I'm back today with a brand new highlight video from the one. This time, the baller was going crazy from everywhere. You got to see this. How many points was that? I can't even keep count of it. The shots was going in. It's got to feel good to be in the zone like that, and you feel like you can't miss. All right, folks, it's K-Spade the Prospect. I'm signing off. Make sure you come back here for more highlights from the one. This ball is going crazy, and I'm going to make sure I cover everything they do out on the court.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Won by the Portland Trail Blazers.
Hey, locked up.
And finishes strong.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
McCollum into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here's a chance from long range. Had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Deep two there, won't go.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Count the bucket for two.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Trailblazers take over. Markieff Morris rejects it. And scores. Strong take.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Has a chance. C.J. McCollum. Missed his first. That one goes.
Man, he barely got that one off before the shot clock expired.
It goes down.
The assist from number 33.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We played one at Talking Stick Resort Arena with the Suns on top. Jay and I return to the Valley of the Sun after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Count the basket inside.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Knocked loose. A pass stolen by Portland. Lillard on the drive, but he can't finish. Gets to the basket and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Lays it up and in.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Curling inside. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Trailblazers. Layup Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. No time left. The Suns have the lead.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Suns didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns. Trailblazers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Portland Trailblazers.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
McCollum with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Driving right to the basket.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Screen coming. C.J. McCollum. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Nothing going here on that drive. Driving is Lillard, but his shot won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Count the basket at the rim.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Enes Kanter swats it. And the denial. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Dame rises. Shot by Lillard, no good. 3 quarters down. The Suns lead it big. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ballgame, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Fires the 3. Not easy.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Enes Kanter with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
1 minute left in the 4th quarter.
Curling inside.
Trap. Here we go. Double team. Double team.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Easy path to the rim. 17-footer at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns dominated this game from beginning to end. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group. And that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns. The Trailblazers
lost this game long before the final buzzer.
Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Portland Trailblazers made it pretty easy for us to determine why they lost, and it was clearly their poor shooting. Even if we hadn't watched this game, all it would take is one look at their field goal percentage to make an educated guess.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the remaining games. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.